And yes, they can go for the lead, but we've seen Moreno's hero only 5 games, 5 different picks for the Maestro.
Just want to go for engine here?
I think you go for engine, Suyo, something. Maybe the Suyo not because of the Harris.
Yes.
But they can snowball, you know, if they can actually layer the CC with the Atlas and in Alice later on.
But if they're planning on like punishing people or punishing stars, the second CC's been like Atlas the way they did it with the Kalea, with the Frederick, or the first
Still will go for the Atlas coach, right? You're not gonna.
Yes.
Kalea saw a big portion of that game was controlled by BTR. Rivers and all. Because the Kalea, that's why control. There you go.
That's the needed. That's the utility juggler that you need if you want to control, especially with the Atlas, not the Frederick but the Baxia. I like it so much.
It's a Harry Jushin too.
Jushin, yes, both magic damage dealers, one radiant armor, kind of counter it.
The early anti-regen to deal with the Grace Might Sustain, the Herald Sustain, even though the Awards Sustain was feeling great.
Yes, and I don't think this is why I think BTR has that over had in the prep because they didn't really care about Orange thing. I think Orange already know how to play against the Jushin, and that's why it's
That's why, yes. They're like, oh hell no, we're gonna ban it out. The thing is, it's also a great Yin game, it's also a great Forza game, it's a great Cord game, so there's so many different, heck, we can't even go as far as to say it, like the Kimmy game with the combo with the Atlas, the Fox already there, right?
even the Fart, exactly. I don't want to pull that up. But again, the Maestro just on the graphic pace, as an exclusive standpoint, it's amazing to have this kind of player, you know, that can play anything that team needs, especially in R5.
Yep.
Oh man.
I asked Coach Aeon and Snap about coaching for TLPH, right? Because they came from relatively nowhere.
Yes.
It was just a coaching staff with no achievements before they joined TLPH. I'm like, what were you impact the team? That's what they said. It's really just because we're gifted with good players that we're able to create such good drafts, right? When your team has so many heroes, yes, you can do whatever.
And the showman. That we discussed before, a very good match against the show, especially with the glue and the show is a very good match for both Baxia and Atlas. So, oh my, BTR, what are you cooking with in this draft? Like, seriously.
It's some good stuff right now. And BTR by Vitality, they can still last pick Sora, they need damage.
Yes.
Now they go for the Alice, they need more setting power, and they can build on the Gord gets manned out. That's why we were talking about the Lilia and the Gord. The Lilia is still pretty good too, right? There's so many good options. They might as well save it for Red 5. Pick a safe XP right now, right?
Safe XP, there's no, but then it's too much tankiness, but again, yeah, you can build up. But again, the Atlas and the Terror's will make Hammer's life suffer, but I think maybe that it's too over. Probably,
Right, that's great.
yes, that's why. Against Jushin, against Harrod, can pressure the long lanes too. They have very strong choke already, whatever Moreno's take here with the Baxia in hand.
They might do it.
I think they might box R5 if they pick a mid laner here.
They're taking a long time, so I think they are thinking about it.
Oh, it's coming.
Dude, this is another reason we see a lot of the Valentinas in MPL Philippines, especially for Falcons. Shout outs to Haji, man, my favorite Blacklist member during their prime days. This Valentina shows up when they see a Leo Warrior stage, and that's sustained, and it gets on the horse early on. Yep. Technically it is.
Yes,
Technically it is. Sora. Yep.
Oh man, they're looking good. BTR looking good. Yeah, fantastic. But what will I answer though? They need a rover and a XP laner. I think Teresa works for ONIC, right? What is the other rover? Against an Atlas.
This is an easy Atlas game if they don't play their cards right.
Like you go to the lane, go to the all in the mid lane, Jushin in the lead, I think this is a good minute game for Shogun. Or Zhong? You Zhong?
Maybe they want to control your drone objectives and snowball from here.
Yeah. But I'm like, it's easy to kind of play Zhong. They have the Zhong, of course, they have the Crimson Beacon, but
Steel Ward for the neutral objectives.
yes. Or they're looking for the Sora hit themselves.
That can be, I think that's a tradition overall, right? Especially after that.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go, coach.
Benedetta, they're gonna go for Benedetta.
Let's go, coach.
We call it from the first phase of the the band. Come on, BTR is cooking, man. Like, seriously, even in the draft.
Shout out Sanford.
And the Baxia, Benedetta, combo, drafts. It's very neat.
So this debut Vendetta in the playoffs, this is a good thing.
I think it's a good thing.
So we're Team BTR on drafts.
Yes.
You're going to?
Yep, of course.
Flying goals.
I can't believe it, but we'll see exactly what unfolds.
To Coach Doe as well, he has kind of said it to me. He adds my game knowledge somehow. And I asked him, what about the Benedetta in this meta, coach? And he's like, you have to run the Baxia. And now the Baxia comes through with the Benedetta. Big and Tron are cooking something, Connie.
There'll be a lot of mobility for the composition of BTR, ladies and gentlemen. This is Atlanta Dawn. It's round 2 between Bigatron by Vitality and ONIC. In case you missed it, BTR got the first game. They look to double it here. Over half of ONIC equalize with their composition of Leomord, Harris, and Khabib. Let's see.
Let's talk about the Benedetta first. Obviously, the elephant in the room, addressing it, right? Obviously, you have ways to proxy the wave. You can play that far lane game. Come on, he has to run back, drop the regen. But yeah, at least with the Baxia, you now have river control. That's going to be the main point of the game for Bigatron by Vitality, not letting this Leomord play in a safe way, right? The Leomord wants to jump in, he wants to fight. The initial objective for Baxia and the Benedetta just helps with the damage. Sunstone.
Around the vicinity as well. It almost smalls were trying to find in the mid lane earlier.
Moreno stands there menacingly. No, not doing anything. And the Atlas also adds more problems than it solves for ONIC. Because now the Leopard has something else to face, which is the mini stuns, the mini CC, and the river control that is so heavy coming in. Being attacked by Vitality. We talked about the Benedetta possibly faring well against the Paquito. There is no Paquito in this game, but at least they're making that presence. The Benedetta can kind of, occupy that Paquito void left behind, right? Especially with the concussive blast like that. He's gonna look for rotations, he's gonna look for fast clears, and that is what Shogun will do, and he does particularly well with the Benedetta.
That will be the end of Kai. That will be the end of a turtle contest. BTR, what a timing!
That was an expensive kill towards Kyrie, and more towards that was they got the neutral objective, which is what they were trying to do all game long. Still, a minute. Calra almost got assassinated there by a man in a 1v1. He thought something to do it, but BMI's back, and Nile went to look for his traces, but just farmed his way into the later stages of the game. Now, obviously, items is what they need. But the connection is always mobile, he's always looking for space, looking for angle. They're even assisting Finn in trying to get the neutral zone. You can't let that choke point fall in the hands of ONIC. With the juice in, they're super impressive. At least you have the Atlas, you have the Benedetta to kind of stop that, I'd say, onslaught coming into ONIC. This is why they are still kept at bay. They can't do much about it. That's a Khalid juicing combo, by the way. And it's somehow nullified by the presence of the Baxia. The Atlas too, I believe, is very pivotal. Plus, the Benedetta is what we can talk about all night long. But hey, ONIC still they stand a chance. Again, letting the head scale, because now gold lane is such in a very confusing spot, right? For most gold laners, it's kind of like a weak side. You're expected to deal with damage needed. Obviously, the lane team does come in, and Shogun still goes for that head scene. Still one standing.
Definitely wants some damage now. That's going to be a knock-on towards Finn. Has the feelings and the flicker. ONIC definitely has that in mind. And so far, it's just a kill here. Almost above 4 minutes in. Turtle spawning top. Let's see if ONIC this time can retaliate and find a recovery.
Let's talk about Valentina as well, Moreno. He has the IMU, he copies that Leomord, and he still receives the same kind of like powers that the Leomord does have, damage reduction, and then you can
be such a pest, just running around, running over the players of ONIC in the team fights. And this is what the Valentina is very good at, especially in the hands of a maestro like Moreno. And this will be tested, obviously, in the turtle fight. The carry still on bottom. He is going to form that camp, orange buff into the green camp over there. But what's behind the Shogun's is gonna be there, existing, trying to chew him away. Now it forces Kyrie in a tough spot because I don't think ONIC will come away here unless they look for an engage.
That's going to be turtle secured by Nile. That's going to be T-Boy finding two men. So Shaman Force on. That's going to be a shot finding the block. T-Boy says, go! Nile barely survived. Moreno taking down the con. Still able to reposition as they take Luffy down, ladies and gentlemen. Another favorable trade with Calra. That's the goal that he needs. That's going to be high from on. Stunned up. Emon jumping back. High finds the kill. Emon is lazy and lives a mess here after Total 2.
That is an upheaval. That is a chaotic fight. And it's very hard to tell who won that play, but I believe Megatron does have tempo from it. They got the turtle, they got a few kills towards Kyrie, but at least Kelra is still kept at bay. It's still super safe, but so is Emon. And now he's going to farm even more. He just completed, he's going to go, I believe, for the golden staff second item. Solid sight for Kelra. So at least the items are there, the damage is there as well for Kelra. That's going to be what you expect from him. And as well, him coming in. I don't think he's going to be backed up. Now look, he's going to take space, and he's actually got him on out. This Kyrie lost that, and they look for a punish, because now ONIC are collapsing together. Megatron, look at the control that they have, even not only to the river, but to the jungle of ONIC. So much grasp onto the territories that ONIC really wants to win, and Iman be able to, no bro, the passion, he'll be able to clear this one out. Yep, will be able to, and now look me.
Oh, take a look at the coordination, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you gank a Terizla.
Yep, especially with the body of Smith. And how tanky he is, but when you layer him down with multiple CCs, you don't know what to do. And man, they do it.
Oh, that's very forceful. She's the bottom side. Amon, calm, crazy duet. And he is to make the top already. Inflicted cut by Shogun on this Vendetta, which means he is able to apply pressure elsewhere, as it is going to be a perfect turtle for Megatron in the second game. On the same side, there's a rumble. That turns out to be very low. Shogun overextended. Will be capitalized. Shogun for the turtle here this time round.
The main key for ONIC ever since game one, that they really kind of let go of the neutral objective. They want Kyrie to farm. That was with the Ascension, but I think the Leo one you're going to contest it. But then the problem is there is Avaxia, there is the Atlas, and then you have a second horse coming in with the Valentina IMU. So that becomes tricky. That becomes really, really hard for ONIC to work with, to work through. Megatron, super strong lineup they have here. Here comes the Fantasy, but it's all just going to clear the way, and Moreno will cost his IMU for that trade.
It is still very, very close here, ladies and gentlemen. Megatron already will with the win. And then Mojo free-streaming outside. And it is still 2K lead for the Red Earth Fox. And ONIC, they are catching strays, so looking for compensation. Again, just the mobility, right? You got the Claude, you got the Foxsha, the Atlas, and the Vendetta. That's a lot of speed in the composition of BTR.
And not only speed, he has survivability too, right? Now with the Baxia mark, he can bypass and at least reduce the damage that the Juicin will give you, especially with the hand as well, and then the Leomord too. Plus, you have an anti-regen to stop the kind of sustainability, the race line from like the Juicin and all that stuff. So it kind of really helps when you want to play the long, drawn-out team fight. But as of now, it's a momentary lull. Everyone's shrouded behind silence. Shogun just works his way again. This is gonna always attract ONIC with a magnet. They need someone to address this Benedetta. This is where it gets tricky for ONIC to enter the Bennett, as the Lord will spawn now, and let's take a look at what they want to do.
Definitely. It is still BTR who holds more control on the map map is slightly red at this point. If not, it's gonna be redder. But ONIC, they are, I guess they struggle to find an angle here to fight. Yep. No clear locks, no long engages. At least so far, BTR's not letting a big fight to happen. Maybe this might be it.
Yeah, this might be it. I mean, you need to engage into Rizla. The penalty zone fit though. It's close by.
Yeah, not the perfect match. Keyboy taking very long force. Keyboy used the flicker early. Oh! Only one though, gonna be taken down. The big penalty zone finds Sukai and Kelra is leading again. The Red Robot finds a collab and take a look at the shred by Amon. The Red Raider combined with the Maestro equals total destruction.
Down to the minute details. That was perfection. That was not Ludwig. That was Moreno with the stolen penalty zone. Playing behind the Purifies. That was Pop because of that fatal links. Moreno is an absolute monster. He is the maestro. He's the one conducting everything. An orchestra of cheers created by one man and his fingers. You know, Bigatron, they take the Lord ONIC. Left speechless. Wow.
Amazing stuff from BTR as they clear the Lord. Match point is within their sights if they're able to keep this pace. ONIC again, struggling. It seems like BTR, they figured out, and here comes another engage. Rizla is not even tanky enough. Not getting Nile though, knocked back on the base. Take a look at the passive. The passive saved Nile, ironically.
Oh man, this is very, very insane. This is a new level of Bigatron we never thought they could unlock. This is the Bigatron. Sitting in Mirko's dreams, his watch party starts!
Uh-oh, Crimson Beacon to safety. Kelra, under the mid.
Kelra!
Fine Moreno. Not gonna be Shogun taken down. BTR overextended, and ONIC responds in the 11th minute. It's D-Boy. Look for the game! D-Boy shuts him on down as Kai takes the kill, and suddenly 4 members of BTR are on the floor.
Is this the folklore they talk about in the playoffs? Is this the biggest joke? Finally activated! They overextended. Kelra went for a heroic plays. Amon force dashed in front, got the kill towards Maestro Moreno before he couldn't do much about it. And then Keyboy with the collapse on Evan, a flicker raging sandstorm to catch him off guard. And finally, ONIC has breathing space. Slowly but surely up top. A third is gonna fall down soon as well. At least for a moment, they have a sanctuary. It's not over yet. Bigatron by Vitality still is the leading team in this series, in this game particularly. But we might never know what the future holds, because this is such a close game. ONIC still holding strong. And again, this Harith will always be the star of the show in the late game. When it scales, it is a hyper carry, and ONIC will bank on that. But hey, the turret up top, they didn't really clear it now, so still stands.
They're still standing, and we got a game realized here in the second game. It's not a one-sided game like the first game, ladies and gentlemen. In case you just tuned in, it's a very tug of war type of game here in the second game. 20 seconds on the clock. Now it's just 1,500 gold lead between them. Definitely ONIC can pull some strings to turn things around, but again, BTR, they have been the better, the bolder team so far still.
There's still layers to this game. Hey, I do know that guy. That's the ex-team manager of Bigatron by Vitality. I think it was 2 seasons ago. But yeah, this Benedetto is going full damage, so of course it wants to assassinate, which means that it is still kind of squishy. Sure, there are the damage dispels it has, in the skills with the an eye for an eye, but it is still super squishy and it is still burstable. So ONIC can't find that window
I mean, all they need to do is just be wary of an Atlas engage, right? This forces Sans and Kelra to run the Purify, and the Bennett can just chase them down. Kelra goes for the concentrated energy, CE, he looks for that sustainability, for that, you know, little spell vamp as well, so that he can survive in the late game. ONIC, will this be the time for them to come and finally fight for the neutral objectives? Because so far, they have none to their hands, right? 0 turtles. This Lord might be proving grounds for them. As Bigatron looks for something. Finn. Oh!
Victor feeling Purify pop. Kelra! Finds the kill! And he survives! Shogun finally shuts him down, and here comes Kai with the double. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kai and Kelra show! And Bigatron, he got the early game, and it seems like his minute 15 is just highlight reels for the porcupines / hedgehogs.
That's a wipeout! And to the junkyard, the machinery goes. The Sky Kings finally, with their divine intervention, shuts down the entirety of Bigatron by Vitality.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the first game it was BTR wiping ONIC out and then ending the game. In the second game, it will be different. ONIC will wipe BTR out and destroy the base of BTR. It's one apiece